Niklas Luhmann is a legend in the world of note-taking. He is a German sociologist who wrote more than 70 books and nearly 400 academic articles about many topics. It is even said that he never had a writer's block. So what made him such a prolific writer? The secret to his productivity is his unique knowledge management system called Zettelkasten. I am not going to explain Zettelkasten in detail because I already talked about it in my previous video. If you haven't watched it, please check it out. But in a nutshell, he used index cards to take notes. There are different types of notes in his method, but the most important one is permanent notes, which are also known as evergreen notes. Whenever he read the book or article, he wrote down his thought or what he learned in his own words on an index card, which became his evergreen note. When it was time for him to write a book, all he had to do was just went through his evergreen notes, put them in a logical order, and then rewrite them in a coherent way. So it's kind of like building Lego. Each Lego block represents an evergreen note, and you put them together to build something larger, which in this case might be a book or article. Another way I like to think about writing is as a cooking process. In French, there is a phrase mise en place, which means everything in its place.
Mise en place is a French culinary term that simply means to have all your ingredients prepped and ready before you even start to think about cooking.
I often see my evergreen notes as those prepared ingredients, and I use these ingredients, my notes, to cook something that is a book, article, or video script in my case. So one way I see note-taking as is like going for grocery shopping to get the food you need. That is the research process, and then preparing the ingredients such as chopping meat, peeling vegetables, or measuring the right amount of rice. That is the Zettelkasten process of making evergreen notes. And finally, you use these ingredients to cook a meal. That is the process of writing an article or book. In my experience, writer's block is just not having enough evergreen notes. It's like trying to cook something without enough ingredients. So whenever I'm having writer's block, I just think I don't have enough notes and go back to the note-taking process. Once you have enough notes, writing becomes so much easier because it's just about putting these evergreen notes in a logical order and rewrite it in a coherent way. This is probably why Niklas Luhmann was such a prolific writer, because he took many notes every day, and when he was about to write, it was always mise en place. So what is the takeaway? Well, what I learned from Luhmann is that it's important to write and make notes daily if you want to keep learning throughout your life. And by making notes every day, you can make the process of writing much easier, such as writing an article, book, newsletter, or whatever writing project you have. If you have enough notes when you start writing, you create an environment of mise en place for yourself, where you already have enough ingredients or materials needed to complete a writing project. Thereby, your writing process will be smooth. On the other hand, if you don't take notes daily, you're not going to have enough notes when it's time to write. As a result, your writing process is going to be slow and you may experience writer's block. The point is, you want to make it a habit to take notes daily, so you can avoid having to start writing from a blank page. There is a huge difference between writing with enough evergreen notes compared to writing without notes at all, and I believe this is the secret to why Niklas Luhmann was such a prolific writer. If you want to know more about the daily note-taking habit, check out my video about how to write every day and my Zettelkasten note-taking video. Before we go, I want to talk about my favorite app called Woven. It's an app that makes scheduling a meeting with your colleagues or Zoom call with your friends effortless. For example, when you want to have a catch-up with your friend, first you might have to send them your available date and time, then you wait for your friend to respond, and usually you have to repeat this process for a few times to finally decide on time. But with Woven, you can just send your friend a link that leads to your calendar and let them choose an available time. Once your friend chose a date, Woven automatically creates an event in your calendar and sends an invitation email to you and your friend. Honestly, this app made my life under lockdown enjoyable because it makes talking to my friend on Zoom so much easier. If you're feeling lonely at home and want to talk to your friends more, I highly recommend trying Woven. It's such a fantastic app. You can download it from the link in the description. Alright, thank you so much for watching till the end. If you want to connect with me, please feel free to send me a DM on Twitter. Thank you so much, bye!